What's going on, everybody, and welcome to an NBA recap presented by On The Break. We're going to start out in Milwaukee, where the Bucks are taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James is out for this game, but Anthony Davis stepped up to lead the Lakers. Here he is on a back cut. He misses the layup, but gets the putback dunk to end the first quarter. But the Milwaukee Bucks were in control of the first half. Michael Beasley finds Giannis on a roll to the basket for a dunk. Now on to the second half. The Bucks are trying to keep their foot on the gas. Damian Lillard finds Giannis on a roll to the basket. Right before the end of the quarter, Giannis gets the board and puts it back up and in to beat the buzzer. Things are looking good for the Bucks, but in the fourth quarter, the Lakers start to make their run. Anthony Davis knocking down 2 3-pointers to cut into the Bucks lead. Austin Reeves had a big game as well. Here he is knocking down a 3 from long range. Now we're all tied up and the Lakers have a chance to win the game. Austin Reeves gets a shot off before the buzzer, but he misses it, and now we're going into overtime. This time the Bucks have a chance to win the game. Damian Lillard puts up a floater, but Anthony Davis denies him at the rim, and now we're going to double overtime. Here Damian Lillard gets the steal and finishes with a dunk in transition, but in the end it wouldn't be enough. D'Angelo Russell finds Austin Reeves, who knocks down a 3-pointer, and that'll pretty much end the game. The Lakers come away with the thrilling double overtime victory behind a big game from Anthony Davis. He finished with 34 points and 23 rebounds. Now we're going to head down to New Orleans, where the Pelicans are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is a great matchup between two young and upcoming teams. This game is also pretty big for playoff seeding. The Thunder got off to a good start. Here Josh Giddey knocks down a 3-pointer. On the other end, Zion backs down his defender and lays the ball in. But the Thunder were in control for most of the first half. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander creates the space and knocks down a jump shot. And then he comes back down and hits the defender with a spin jumper to extend the Thunder lead. And then Jalen Williams comes down, creates the space, and knocks down a 3-pointer to beat the shot clock. Chet Holmgren looking to get into the action. He drives into the lane for a dunk. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with that spin move again. And the Thunder are up by 17 at halftime. Now we're in the third quarter, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was just killing the defense with the spin move. But the Pelicans trying to make things interesting. CJ McCollum finds Najee Marshall in the corner for a 3, and then Zion Williamson finishes in the lane. That was a part of a 14-2 run. Back on offense for the Thunder, SGA gets the board and throws it up to Chet Holmgren for an alley-oop. In the fourth quarter, the Pelicans down by 2. Zion drives and finishes the layup to tie the game. A few possessions later, Trey Murphy finds Larry Nance Jr. on the baseline for a poster. And then Trey Murphy knocks down a 3 to take the lead for the Pelicans. Then CJ McCollum breaking down the defense, getting into the lane and beating the shot clock with a floater. But the Thunder had something to say about that. SGA pulls up for 3 to tie the game, and Jalen Williams drives into the lane and finishes the layup. That'll pretty much seal the deal. The Thunder come away with the win, 119-112, keeping their hopes alive for the #1 spot in the West. Now we're going to head over to San Antonio, where the Spurs are taking on the New York Knicks. We're going to start off with Wemby pushing the break. He kicks it over to Devin Vassell, who knocks down a 3-pointer in the corner. On the other end for the Knicks, Josh Hart finds Dante DiVincenzo, who laces a 3 from long range. And then Wemby protecting the rim. He gets the block. He's on the break, and this time he keeps it himself and finishes with a layup. And then it's Wembanyama again, coming off the screen and roll, and he finishes with a dunk this time. Jalen Brunson had a big game trying to keep the Knicks in this one. He creates the space and pulls up for a jump shot. The Spurs again go to Wembanyama. Keldon Johnson finds him for an alley-oop, and the Spurs are going to halftime up by 17. Third quarter, and Jalen just starts to take over. Matched up against Wembanyama, he creates the space and knocks down the jump shot. Then he comes off a screen and hits a 3, and then again comes off the screen, creates the space, and hits the 3 over the contest. Now in the fourth quarter, Wembanyama on the other end, he answers with a 3 of his own, but Jalen Brunson was virtually unstoppable. The Spurs had no answer for him defensively. He carved up the Spurs defense in the pick and roll, getting into the lane for a floater. In the post, drop step for a bank shot. The only problem is the Knicks couldn't stop Wemby either. The Spurs on a screen and roll, and Vassell finds Wemby for the alley-oop late in the fourth. And you know who the Knicks are going to. Jalen Brunson hits the runner to take the lead for the Knicks. The game is tied with 6 seconds left. The Spurs double Brunson, so he kicks it to Miles McBride, but he misses the go-ahead shot, so we're headed to overtime. The Spurs with the screen and roll again. Vassell goes in for the layup. He misses, but Wemby is there for the tip in. Jalen Brunson doing all he can. He hits a runner to bring the lead down to 1. But in the end, it was just too much Wemby. He knocks down a 3, and that'll pretty much seal the deal. The Spurs take the win in an overtime thriller. Brunson finished the game with 61 points and 6 assists, and Wemby finished with 40 points and 20 rebounds. Those two put on a show. Now it's time for the top plays of week 23. At number 3, we're going out to Memphis, where we have Austin Reeves throwing up a dime, the father time LeBron James for the alley-oop. This guy is in year 21 doing things like this. At number 2, we're going out to OKC, where Isaiah Joe goes up and over the defender for a dunk, putting him on a poster. Might not want to get in his way. The Rockets did end up winning that game 132 to 126. At number 1, we're going out to Atlanta, where DeJounte Murray hits another game winner. He returns to the top plays of the week after calling game to beat the Celtics in overtime, as the Hawks take this one 123 to 122. Now it's time to highlight the players of the week. In the Western Conference, we have Luka Doncic, and in the Eastern Conference, we have DeJounte Murray. Luka is having an MVP season this year, almost averaging a triple-double. DeJounte has also been playing well this season and really stepped up while Trae Young was out. So shout out to these two for winning players of the week for week 23. Here are the NBA standings through Monday, April 1st. The number 1 seed in the West is still up for grabs. The Thunder, the Nuggets, and the Timberwolves are still fighting for that spot. And then you have teams in the play-in trying to get that 6th spot. It should be fun to see how things unfold going into this last stretch of games of the NBA season. We'd like to give a big thanks to everybody for tuning in to this episode of NBA Recaps. Be sure to like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel to stay tuned for more basketball content like this. And as always, have a great day.